200 armed German soldiers versus one woman who fought only with words. The commander looked at her, then he looked at his men. 200 soldiers, all armed, all weary from war, all ready to die. But there was one thing they weren't ready for: to listen. April 15th, 1945. Central Germany. The war was ending. Everyone knew it. German forces had scattered. Some were fleeing. Some were surrendering. Some were trapped in a factory building. No way out. No food. No hope. American forces were outside the building. The final ultimatum came over the radio. Surrender or we attack. 10 minutes. Inside, the commander had to make a decision. If he surrendered, he'd go to a prisoner camp. Maybe for years. Maybe never return. But if he kept fighting, they'd all die. Then a woman walked in. She had a torn coat, a dusty face, tired eyes, but her voice was clear. Her German was flawless. "My name doesn't matter," she said. "But your names do. 'Cause I want to take them to your families." And from that moment, the war stopped. Because that woman didn't fight them with weapons. She fought them with stories. In official records, her name appeared only as a code. Translator 7. Her real identity remained classified even 20 years after the war. But there were a few clues. She was from New York, the daughter of immigrant parents, grew up speaking 4 languages at home. Her mother was French. Her father was Polish. Her neighbors were German. When she entered university at 18, she studied linguistics. By 20, she spoke 6 languages: English, German, French, Polish, Russian, Italian. But she didn't just speak them, she understood them. The dialects, the accents, the local expressions. She could tell where someone was from just by listening to 3 words. When she enlisted in 1943, options for women were limited: nurse, secretary, telephone operator. But she wanted to be a translator. The Army looked skeptically. "Women can't go to the front lines," they said. "Translation work is dangerous," they said. But as the war dragged on, the need increased. Prisoners would be interrogated. Documents would be translated. Locals would be spoken to. And the number of soldiers who could speak anything other than English was small. The woman saw the opportunity. She volunteered for every assignment. At first, she only translated documents. Then she participated in prisoner interrogations. Then she was sent to areas near the front. And there, she discovered her real talent. She didn't just know languages. She knew people. By April 15th, 1945, the war was nearly over. Berlin had fallen. Hitler had committed suicide. The German army had disintegrated. But some units were still resisting, still fighting, because they didn't know what else to do. In central Germany, there was an old weapons factory. At the start of the war, it had been producing. Now it was in ruins. Its walls were collapsed. Its roof had caved in. But inside, more than 200 German soldiers were trapped. These weren't regular troops. They were a mixed group. Some from the Wehrmacht, some from local defense units. Some were only 17 years old, forcibly conscripted in the final weeks of the war. Their commander was an aging colonel. He was tired. He didn't want to fight anymore, but he didn't know how to surrender either. American forces had surrounded the factory. They had given an ultimatum: surrender within 10 minutes, or we'll bomb it. 10 minutes passed. No response came. The American commander was preparing to signal the artillery unit. But at that moment, a woman stepped forward. "Give me 3 hours," she said. "What are you going to do?" the commander asked. "I'm going to talk to them." Talk? They'll kill you. The woman answered calmly. Maybe. But if I don't talk, 200 men will definitely die. I have to try? The commander hesitated, but there was no other option. 3 hours, he said. No more. The woman nodded. She put down her weapon. She raised her hands, and slowly she walked toward the inside of the factory. The factory was dark. The windows were broken. The floor was covered in debris. The woman moved slowly, step by step. Her hands were still raised. Her breath was like steam. It was cold. Then she heard a voice in German. Stop. Don't take another step. The woman stopped. I have no weapon, she said in German. No accent. Clear? Silence fell. Then another voice. Who sent you? The American commander. I came to talk. Laughter, bitter, weary laughter. Talk? What will we talk about? How we're going to die? The woman answered slowly. No. About how you're going to go home. Silence came again. But this time it was different. They were paying attention. The woman continued, I know, you're tired, I know. You've lost the war. I know. You don't want to die here. A figure emerged from the darkness, an old man, colonel's rank. His face was lined. His eyes were weary. Who are you? He asked. A translator. But today I'm a messenger. I brought you an offer. The colonel approached her. You want us to surrender? Yes, but not just that. We want to send word to your families. We want to tell them you're alive. The colonel stopped. How? The woman took a small notebook from her pocket. Give me your names, your cities, your family's addresses. I'll pass them to the Red Cross. They'll send letters to your families, and they'll tell them your son is alive. He's coming home. The colonel looked at the woman, then he turned around. 200 men were watching him, silently, hopelessly. Will you really do this? The colonel asked. I promise, the woman said. The colonel took a deep breath. Then he took the notebook and wrote his name, his city, his wife's address. Hannah, he said, in Munich. Tell her I'm coming home. The woman nodded. I will. Then another soldier stepped forward. He was young, 18, maybe 19. My mother's in Dresden, he said. Will you write her name? The woman handed him the notebook. Write it yourself. That way it's certain. The young man wrote with trembling hands. Then another came. Then another. And another. An hour passed. The woman was still standing there, writing names in the notebook. Some wrote in German, some in French, some in Polish. The woman understood all of it. She listened to all of it. One soldier showed a photograph. This is my son, he said. He's 3 years old. Will he remember me? The woman looked at the photograph. He will. Because you'll tell him stories when you return. The man cried. He cried silently. 2 hours passed. The woman was still writing. Hands were shaking. Ink was running low. But the notebook was filling up. Names, addresses, hopes. Then the colonel came to her. We've all written, he said. What happens now? The woman closed the notebook. Now you'll put down your weapons. You'll walk outside. You'll surrender. And I'll deliver this notebook to the Red Cross. What about you? The colonel asked. Will you go home to your family too? The woman smiled. Yes. But first, I have to finish my job. It was 10:18 a.m. The factory door opened. The colonel walked out. His hands were raised. Behind him, 200 soldiers. They had all left their weapons inside. They were all exhausted, but they were all alive. The American commander was shocked. What did you do? He asked the woman. The woman showed him the notebook. I talked to them, and I gave them a reason. a reason to go home. The commander took the notebook. He turned the pages. Hundreds of names, hundreds of addresses, hundreds of stories. "Are you really going to send this to the Red Cross?" he asked. "Yes, I promised." The commander nodded. You're incredible." The woman smiled. "No, I'm just a translator." The woman kept her word. She delivered the notebook to the Red Cross. A letter was sent to every address. Some families responded, some didn't. But they all knew. Their sons, husbands, fathers were alive. The 200 soldiers were sent to a prisoner camp. Most returned home after the war ended. Some tried to find the woman, to thank her. But they couldn't find her, because the woman had gone to other missions, to save other people. The war ended. The woman returned to New York. She opened a translation office, got married, had 2 children, never spoke about it. But in her living room, in a glass case, there was an old notebook. Its cover was worn. Its pages were yellowed. But inside were hundreds of names. Her grandson asked one day, "What is this, Grandma?" The woman took the notebook. She caressed the pages. "This," she said, "this is proof that words are more powerful than bullets."